welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition. Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors, a Hammer Down Forge special edition, if you will. Before we get into it, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now that number's decreasing, but anything above zero is unacceptable. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. We're back to blue over here. We sport Leo. How you do that, Scab? Well, we try not to break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So here's the deal, guys. My guy JR, you knew it had to be from JR, came through again. If Hammer Down Forge is familiar to you, about a couple months ago, we did another demonstration of one of KIERAN's knives. I believe it's Kieran Klein over at Hammer Down Forge. I believe that's right. But another one from JR had a custom and let me demonstrate it, and then he sent me this one as soon as it come out. And I'm going to tell you, it is straight up badassery. Love this thing. The handle is what sticks out to me, and y'all know I'm a handle guy. It's got a little bit of a forward cant, but that handle, the handle material, let's just talk about it first. Handle material is KOA, K-O-A. Handle thickness is 1.02 inches. The edge style is plain. Now here's the deal on that handle. It feels like it is not a pistol grip. It's a normal grip, but it feels like when you've got a pistol in your hand, that how it just fills your hand up. That's the feeling. Very, very good feeling on this. The overall weight of this knife is 14.67 ounces. It is a full tang. It does have black liners. The blade length is 7 inches. The cutting edge is 6.97 inches. The blade thickness is 0.237 or 6 millimeters. It is 1075 steel with a differential heat treatment. Now, here's the deal about this thing. I am overly impressed. What you're going to see, we got about 14 minutes and 25 seconds, something like that. For 12 and a half minutes, it's nothing but cutting, slicing, chopping, the stuff that we do. And we're going to do a little Fatwood fire at the end for a couple folks, and we'll talk about that then. But right now, here's the deal, man. This knife, I love it. I love the handle, and it's always something with a knife. When I first pick up a knife to demonstrate and just kind of checking it out, not only is the handle gorgeous, not only does it fill up my hand, but there's no hot spots. We're going to do some stab testing. We're going to throw it at the stump. We're going to do all of those kind of things, the things that we normally do, and you can kind of see that differential heat treatment there. Now right here, we're doing the Donnie B All-day drop test, Donnie B All-day throw it at the stump test, the Donnie B All-day drop it into a stick on the stump test, and you see it stabbed it right there. Now, like I said, it's got kind of a slight forward cant to it. It throws very, very well. It came super damn sharp, super sharp. Held the edge all the way through. Was very, very impressed. Now, again, I've had one of KIERAN's before. Very impressed with the overall build, the overall sharpness, everything like that. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece, but it is a highly functional piece. To me, it kind of looks like an old school shark finger, but a much bigger version of it. That's just my thoughts. I'm sure everyone will disagree with me because that's what y'all do. Here we're doing the zip tie test. There was no rolling, no chipping, none of that. When we did the hard downward throws, the tip was fine, the edge was fine, balance was good, another good hard throw. And here's the deal. The handle material never moved. It's on there securely. It does have the black G10 liners, which really, really adds to that wood. Now here, this is some 12 gauge radio wire, quick chop. We're stripping it. What you're going to see, guys, if you're new to my channel, a couple things. One, I'm a novice at best. Everyone will tell you that. But two, nothing we do is scientific. Nothing. Okay? I don't really review knives as much as I just try to demonstrate it. I take it. We work it. We do some things with it. Now, we might call them a test, but again, ain't shit we do scientific. But I do try to do things that I use in my day-to-day life. Now, we're going to do the John Peter stab test where we stab the sidewall of a tire. No, I don't do that daily unless I'm angry. But for the sake of the aesthetics, for the stabbing, all that, we do it here. Now, this is the sidewall of a tire. I'm going to tell you something. This is one of the best stabbers I've ever had, okay? Ever demonstrated. Just got to be straight up with you. And again, we don't just stab to stab, because if you notice, we do about an 8-9 inch hard punch. So it's not out of control, it's not over our head, it's not, but we do a hard punch. And again, a couple things, check the tip with that, check the balance with that, but we also check the hot spots with that. And you'll notice, guys, that I'm cutting the sidewall of a tire with this knife, okay? Like I said, all the way through this video, we cut, we do some slicing, we do some chopping. Look at that. Now, we just started moving pieces over. I think we got 3 or 4 on good clean, just cleanly, and then we just kept just jamming it down. Now, we did some batoning, we did some light chopping, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was surprised at how well it chopped. I really, really was. But when we do batoning, here's the deal. It's not, we're not just batoning for batoning's sake. Again, the things we're trying to do is check the edge. Is the heat treat spot on? Was there any chipping? Was there any rolling? Was there any damage to the edge? No. All right. That particular stick happens to be an old dried out piece of oak, I believe. And we're going to cut a couple saplings down, which I don't normally do. And everybody knows that. However, there's a reason I did it today, and I'll explain it when we get there. Now, the other thing I did, you can see some nice little curls falling down there. Everything I shaved up today, I saved. We're going to strike a ferro rod at the end and do a little bit of a Fatwood fire. So we're saving all these little curls and all these little gnarls. And I got to tell you, we used every inch of the blade from the tip all the way down was sharp. It was even all the way down. Edge bevel was nice. We popped the trunk. Now, this is that 2-inch toe strap. It was already cut. Okay, so we're not trying to be deceptive there. It had a cut in it. I went ahead and finished it off. And here's the deal. If you watch me long enough, you understand that we do kind of try to do the same thing over and over and over and over, so you can see how knives stack up against each other. Some of the hose, the high pressure stuff, just about any knife will cut. That ratchet strap, not every knife's going to cut that. There's proof of that, okay? So this knife came with a good edge on it. Now, that's that water hose that's got the kind of a canvas cover. It's plastic on the interior and canvas outside. Not the easiest thing in the world to cut. It's not just rubber. Here we got some more toe strap, some ratchet strap type stuff. We tried to cut as much stuff as we could. We popped the trunk. We're going to cut different things, cut some denim, just to give you a different look all the way around. And the other side is just see if we can wear down the edge. See what it'll do. Now, here's some denim. And just for the aesthetic, I'm going to tell you something, son. This thing ripped and it shredded and it cut like a dream. All right? Again, it's got a nice little choil right there, right below the blade. It's got a nice little finger groove on that handle. If you didn't notice, handle, it again, just insanely comfortable, man. No hot spots stabbing, no hot spots chopping. No hot spots doing anything. Kieran, great job, my brother, because this thing is badass, son. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the overall look of this knife. I really, really do. I've said this a million times, and again, if you're new, you'll find out I'm incredibly redundant, probably the world's most redundant human being. But the more a knife looks like a knife, the more I love it. And this looks like an old school knife to me. It just does. It's got beautiful aesthetics, beautiful ergonomics, very comfortable in hand. The damn thing works insanely well, but it just looks like an old school knife to me. It is definitely something I would carry. Now, this particular one did not come with a sheath. I believe Kieran will make you a sheath, I think, or you might. We'll have to research that some. That's my fault for not knowing. JR just sent the knife, which again, man, thank you so much. Now, right here, we're going to do a little chopping. Now, right here, guys, and I'm going to show you in a minute why I'm doing what I'm doing. These little saplings I'm cutting down. Normally, I don't cut down anything but hackberries, okay? But if you see the one behind it, it's bent over. This one's bent over, okay? We're in a meth crafter's camp, and the assholes had them down with some rope. I don't know what they were doing, but I got kids in the neighborhood. I'm not putting up with some kind of goofy ass trap. And no, just sit in the kids' camp. You'll see that in a minute. What I did want to show you though is the bites this thing gets. Okay, good bites, super sharp, no edge damage. And here's what I'm gonna do with this particular. Instead of wasting this sapling, I'm going to make a nice walking stick out of it. We're going to use it for a tri-stick. And again, handle very, very comfortable. The knife landed exactly where I wanted it to. And you can see wood chips flying, man. Not a huge diameter. But remember now, we're out of position. And honestly, when we initially cut it down, really truly honest, you can see where they had it tied over there. It only took a couple good licks. And it had a little pressure on it. But right there, again, great bite. Okay? Very comfortable. Edge held up very well. Very controllable. A lot of positives right here. A lot of positives with this knife. JR, you got your home run, brother. I can tell you that. Great one. I would say a camp knife, fishing knife, hunting knife. And again, the only thing that limits a good knife is your skill set. Okay? And when I talk about being a novice at best, I'm learning, and that's why. But I'm going to tell you something. You got some skills. This knife right here will last you for a long time, and it'll do everything you need it to do. And again, I just took the time, cut it up. You'll see I'm going to do a little slicing with it here in a minute. Good chops on it. We didn't go crazy. Didn't go ham. Wasn't trying to kill it. Wasn't trying to prove anything. I just wanted to get some good, hard downward chops in a real situation. We were able to do that. And right here, you can see that thing slicing it, son, like a hot knife through butter. This thing just gets with it, okay? Now, before we move on, let me do a couple quick shout outs. Donnie B All-day is marching to 10,000. My brother from another mother. Go over there and subscribe. Joe, Steel Forged and Fire. Awesome dude. My guy Carl Ruger, Eric Hussein. They're trying to get to 1,000, man. Let's get them there. All four will be. There'll be links in the description. Go over there and check them out. Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, my other channel. Go check that one out. Now, guys, listen. Thursday night, 8 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. Thursday at 8 o'clock is my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. I'd said Wednesday or day. It's Thursday. We're going to go live. I want to have a couple hundred people in the chat if we can. Please join me over there. I'd appreciate it. Now, right there, guys, see all that trash? See all that crap? There's very few things I get worked up about. Don't do that. Okay? Don't just wreck the woods. If you're out there, I cleaned up when I left. I don't normally like doing that, touching stuff, but I'm not leaving a mess for somebody else. So right here, guys, we hadn't done a Fatwood fire in a long time. Now, I was out there shaving up some Fatwood for about 10 minutes before I realized I didn't have the damn camera on. That's okay. We got a good bit of shavings up. I got a lot of Fatwood from all over the country. I used just about all of it from all over the country. And here's what I mean. I've got a bag of mixed Fatwood. So I grabbed that, shredded some up, used my little box, shaved some up, and then just made some good chips right here. Here's what I want to do. We got about a minute and a half left. I wanted to do this Fatwood fire, one, for my Uncle Bernie. God rest your soul, Uncle Bernie, I love you. I wanted to do this fire for all y'all that's been with me for the 2 years as well. For all y'all that's going through some stuff. Really, guys, I wanted to do this Fatwood fire, starting back doing them for all of you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos. I appreciate you taking the time to comment. I appreciate all the love and support you show not only me, but Megatron. I love you. God knows I do. God bless you. I hope he does. I'll just take a quick moment of silence for my uncle here, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, well, Uncle Bernie, I love you. God bless y'all, man. Listen, I hope you all join me Thursday night. We're going live at 8 o'clock. We're just going to go have fun, man, set some goals for next year. Hammer down Forge. Knocked it out of the park. I'm loving it. I'm Scab. You're not. And Mikey says it best. Everything's going to be all right. I'm gone, son.